Hi everyone, today we are here with Adele at Breezy Boarding Kennels, and she has a business here where she boards dogs for people when they need it. And Adele, if you could tell us a little bit about what you do here.
We board dogs, of course. We also do a little bit of training and rehabilitation. We also do some fostering of dogs, and now we're doing some cat fostering. Basically, it's for people who are on vacation or there's an emergency in the house and they have to board their dog. And that's it, yeah.
Do you ever have anyone short term, just when they're working, or maybe?
Absolutely, yes. We do play days, and then we have some, like I've had a couple in that were in for 6 months.
Oh wow.
That their owners have gone to Switzerland and couldn't take them. You know, so it just depends. And it's weekends or a week or 2 weeks, 2 days, just whatever they need.
Wow. Well, that's a great option for pet owners. With the pandemic, things have changed.
Oh yes, drastically.
Yes.
Drastically. Because of the travel restrictions, we aren't getting the people that are traveling at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So and everyone's working from home. A lot of people are.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's been good for shelters because a lot of pets have been getting adopted because people have the means.
Sure. Oh yes.
People have more of the means to take care of an animal.
That's right.
So,
and that's wonderful. Really.
Yeah.
You know, it really is.
But yeah, it is just too bad that you don't have puppies here and dogs here
Exactly.
and whatever.
Yes. I really actually do miss it because it kept me extremely active.
Yeah.
And busy, and I love the dogs and the people that come in. You know, we meet some wonderful people, and then we do get dogs in that will come in first timers that are a little frightened, and then they find out within hours that it's like, come on in and join the party.
Yeah.
You know, and then they have tons of fun, and lots of times we have dogs that don't particularly want to go home. They come in, greet their owners through the back door here, and then they head back to the back door again. You know? Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they're tons of fun.
Yeah, they have so much fun here, and you have the proper training to make all the dogs feel comfortable. And
oh yes.
You're just a pet person yourself.
Exactly, and also the building itself is all in-floor heated, so they're not on cold concrete. We have an assortment of beds and blankets and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lots of treats. Yeah.
I bet you have lots of treats.
Yeah.
And then they also have a space if they were feeling more like they want to be alone. They can also do that too.
I do that, and what I do is because we have all chain link, what I do is I actually hang blankets on the sides. If somebody doesn't like the dog next door or across the alleyway, I'll hang a blanket across, and that way they have some privacy.
Yeah.
And they're quite happy with that.
That's awesome. I wouldn't have thought. Wow.
Well, we've been doing this for 22 years. So you'd learn to figure out who's who and who doesn't like what, and who likes, like there's certain dogs that come in that they've always gone to the same kennel. And that's where they like to be, and that's where we arrange that they're going to be. They like to be up against a wall, or they like to be in the middle. You just get to know them really well.
It's just like people going to hotels or other places where you like what you like and you don't want to stray from that.
That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So with the pandemic going on, obviously you haven't had as many people here, but are you expecting to see a huge rush of people coming back as soon as restrictions are lifted, or people vaccinating? Not yet.
No, I think people are still going to be, even after vaccinations, very careful.
Yeah.
And I can't blame them, not at all. No, and we have had some help from the government, which has really done us a lot of good, because there's still the building to maintain, there's heat, there's hydro, there's telephone, all the insurance, everything.
Yeah.
Without it, I don't know that we would have survived.
And
because
I think
this is our income,
Exactly. That's, I think, the same with a lot of businesses, and thank God that we were able to have some compensation for anyone who needed it.
Oh, I agree. Oh, yes, totally. Yeah. Because this has been a real hit for a lot. I have talked to some other kennel owners, and they are in the same position that we are. Yeah. And I feel sorry for the people that we have no employees. It's my husband and myself.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the people that have young employees that have lost their jobs. It's just a bummer.
I know. That's horrible. And I think there's kind of jobs like these where you thought nothing could ever happen to stop people from coming. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves their pets, and you know, we get lots in here just to come and play for the day,
Yeah.
you know, because of how we do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, I think there's so many businesses where,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a couple of years ago you're like, this is a really safe business. You know, nothing could ever really happen that
Yeah.
drastic, and then
Mhm.
here we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that you guys are still able to push through with the help from the government.
Oh, we are.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
we are, and that's been a big help.
That's
you
super
know.
important.
Yeah. And we also we at times do foster dogs as well, which we rehabilitate mentally and physically, because some of them that come in from the Northern Reserves are in pretty bad condition.
Oh yeah.
The one that you just saw outside that we've kept
Yep.
came in and was literally a walking skeleton, didn't even have fur.
Wow.
The vet didn't think she'd make the night. That was 5 years ago. And she's in
She's very happy now.
Oh, very happy.
Yeah.
She lives in the house, but one of the reasons I kept her was because she's a wonderful teacher.
Okay.
She lives in the house, and she's fantastic. But I bring her out here to teach, especially the new dogs, to be comfortable, and that's what she does for me.
Wow.
Yes, she has not a mean bone in her body, and she will teach them where all the kennel yards are, and she just teaches them to be happy, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the
That's so
reasons we
nice.
kept her. Yeah.
And she wasn't like vicious or anything at first when you got her? Or
No,
was it...
I wouldn't call her vicious. She lived in such terror that when we got her, if you showed her a leash or any kind of a rope, she would scream and pee herself
Oh my goodness.
and try and get away from you. She never offered to bite ever. And also, if she saw my husband had his long overalls on to go out and do the barn, and big boots, and there again the reaction was to start screaming and screaming and
Oh
screaming.
my god.
So terrified. And anybody
Yeah.
with a hat. But we've got, and she still is and leery of men, not women, men.
Yeah.
So she's got to a point now where she's still a little bit leery of men, but she's starting to go to other people now. You know,
Wow.
it's taken quite a while for her to get over all of that, and I don't think she really will be over all of it. She does get the odd flashback,
Yeah.
but she doesn't have a mean bone in her body, other than when she's trying to catch a squirrel.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the squirrels
Or
don't have a
chasing the
chance.
deer down the driveway.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
she was very friendly when we were here.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the cat in here, she knows that Mama Cat's in here,
Yeah.
and she understands that when I have foster cats, if the foster cats are locked up, then she can come in.
Right.
But it's too stressful for the mama and the babies,
Yeah.
so she understands that she just stays outside. And normally I would not just lock her in here; she's just loose.
Yeah.
She's trained not to leave this yard. There's 27
Wow.
acres here,
Yeah.
and she's trained she's not allowed to go across the road unless she's with me, because we do walks across the road
Yeah.
with the neighbors. But she's fully trained
Wow.
to do
Very
that.
smart.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very,
Yeah.
very. We
It's so sad to see those dogs. One of my relatives got a dog, and he was having discomfort. He was from a reserve too. She adopted him, and they ended up finding a bullet in his
Oh, yeah.
skin, and it had just been so deep in there. He's a husky.
Mhm.
So it was weeks and weeks before they even found it,
Mhm.
and then he just had a big hole in him and treatments and stuff. But
Mhm.
he's the same way. Like, he was just so anxious at first,
Mhm.
and now he's like a lap dog, like a big
Oh, yes.
husky lap dog.
So is this one.
Yeah,
And this one
exactly.
actually, at first with our cats, because we have 4, and at first with our cats, she doesn't quite know what to do, because of course cats on the reserve are for fair game for food, right?
Yeah.
But now they're all her best friends. She
Aw.
loves them. They all play and sleep together. Yeah, it
That's
just,
so cute.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about
Sure.
your horse background and sort of how you got into that and what you love about your horses.
I've been riding since I was 2.
Oh my
Hitting
God.
69. Grandparents, parents, big background on my mother's side with horses.
Yeah. Wow.
And I've only ever been in my lifetime 10 years without my own horses, but looked after a lot of everybody's and rode a lot of everybody else's horses.
Right.
And I had a 10-year gap that I didn't have my own. And then since then I've had them. We've been on this property for 36 years.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we've had horses 35 out of the 36. Because when we moved here, I promised my husband, he said, not till there's a barn built and hay in the manger.
Yeah.
I lied. I went out and bought 2 young colts and raised them, and yeah, so.
Aw.
Yeah, and I competed for 14 years as well
Wow.
with cattle team penning. And then before that I was doing jumping and all kinds of barrel racing and all kinds of stuff.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
goodness.
that's my background on horses. It's quite
Jeez.
extensive. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience in like the equestrian side of things and like sort of the vet ways? Have you ever helped birth a little horse or
About
anything like
100.
that? Oh my god.
Actually, people
Wow.
used to bring their mares here for me to foal them out
Oh wow.
because veterinaries are expensive, of course, and I didn't charge as much. And I also like doing it. In that barn that we built, there's probably 100 babies been born in there.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is.
We actually have one here that is third generation of our own.
Oh my.
Yeah, we
wow.
have mom, grandma. Yeah. So, and there's a mom and baby here right now that are ours. But we're down to 4. We used to have, probably about 20.
Jeez.
And we also had the big draft horses, the Belgians and Percherons.
Yep.
We were the only mobile unit in Manitoba. We used to do hay and sleigh rides as well as we competed with horse pulls. And we've done wagon trains for 5 weeks in Saskatchewan, living like pioneers with our horses.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, extensive horse stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
so
was a loaded question apparently.
yeah, and now I'm not competing anymore, but I do, one of my very best friends used to coach me. We ride together still. He is, this is going to drive me crazy. He is 74, and the other guy that I ride with is 60. We call him the young buck because he's only 60, and the other guy is 84 and still riding. And we do trail riding, and we
Yeah.
do things like up in the big Assiniboine Valley hills and stuff.
Oh nice.
Yeah, some pretty, even for me, the amount of experience I've had, pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Yes, like a
Wow.
40-foot hill on this side and a trail about that wide and a 200-foot drop into the valley. You better make sure your horse is walking in the right
goodness.
place. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
That's
my
crazy.
husband is actually, he's not doing it anymore. Our Belgians passed away quite some time ago, and he was a master teamster with the Belgians, where
Oh,
he
wow.
would compete with them, and I did ladies driving with them. So yeah, he competed, and he could actually put a wagon in with an inch to spare on either side of those teams.
jeez.
Yeah, and he's driven 4 up. And, oh yeah.
Wow. That is very
Yes.
impressive.
When people actually, I come out with, the odd, people ask me a few questions and that, like you
Yeah.
just did. And people have a hard time believing that we've done all of that, But
Well,
to
it's-
us, it's a normal lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I guess anyone who has a big horse passion would kind of feel the same way. Like that's what we do
Oh, yeah.
in this
Oh,
way,
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah. Like we had the contract for the Forks every Sunday for, I don't know how many years.
Oh wow.
We did that. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
That is something.
Hand sleigh, all kinds of parties and, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Well.
We're down to 4 now, and that's soon to be down to 3. The young one's probably going to be sold pretty soon.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
her trainer wants to start showing her, and then she'll be sold.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're down to 3. It's not very many.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
I'm sure they'll still keep you pretty busy.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They absolutely do. And the 2 that I ride are Arabs, and one's a hothead and one's a nice, quiet guy.
Oh.
Yeah, but
balance
still.
each other.
A lot of people ask if they can ride with me, but if they're not very experienced riders, no, because they have too many buttons. They're very fine-tuned,
Okay.
especially if they see a cow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that is so awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
We will be doing a little tour of the boarding kennel here, and
Sure.
we'll have a little picture of the little kittens that are going to be
yes.
ready to be adopted pretty soon. So, thanks everyone.